Hello, and welcome to the English Flow podcast. Today we have a very special episode for you. Do you ever feel completely lost when someone speaks English to you? You hear the words, but your brain just stops working. You panic, you freeze, and you just nod your head and say yes. This is a huge problem for so many English learners around the world. It feels terrible to study hard and still not understand people in real life. But do not worry, because today everything will change for you. I am going to tell you a powerful story called He Didn't Understand Until This Happened. This story will show you the exact secret to finally understanding native speakers easily. So if you want to improve your listening skills and feel confident in English, you are in the right place. Please make sure to subscribe to the English Flow podcast right now so you never miss a lesson. Let us begin the story. Let us meet our main character. His name is Tom. Tom is a very nice young man from a small country. He recently moved to a very big and busy city. Tom has a big dream. He wants to find a good job and make new friends in this new city. But Tom has a very big problem. His English is not very good. In fact, he finds it very difficult to understand people when they speak to him. He knows a lot of words on paper. He can read simple books. He can write short emails. But when a real person stands in front of him and opens their mouth, Tom feels completely lost. The words sound like one long noise. He cannot hear where one word stops and the next word starts. This makes Tom feel very sad and very alone in the big city. He wants to connect with people, but the language barrier is too high for him right now. Every single morning, Tom wakes up early and gets ready for his day. He always goes to the same small coffee shop near his apartment. He loves the smell of fresh coffee in the morning. But going to the coffee shop is also very scary for him. The young woman who works there is very friendly. She is a barista. Every time Tom walks in, she smiles and says something to him. But she speaks so fast. She speaks like a fast train. Tom never understands what she is asking him. He just looks at her, smiles nervously, and says, "Yes, please." Sometimes she gives him a large coffee, sometimes a small coffee. Sometimes it has sugar, sometimes it does not. Tom just takes the cup and walks away. He is too shy to ask her to repeat her words. He feels embarrassed that he cannot even order a simple cup of coffee without feeling stressed and confused. After the coffee shop, Tom goes to his English class. He studies very hard every single day. He has a big, heavy grammar book. He sits at his desk and looks at the rules for hours. He memorizes lists of vocabulary words. He writes down the past tense of many verbs. He thinks that if he just learns more words, he will finally understand people. But this strategy is not working for him. When he listens to the audio CD in his classroom, the voices are very slow and very clear. The actors on the CD say every word perfectly. Hello, how are you today? I am fine, thank you. But real life is not like an audio CD. In real life, people drop sounds. They mix words together. They use slang. Tom feels very frustrated. He spends so much time reading his grammar book, but his ears are still not trained to hear real English in the real world. One Tuesday afternoon, Tom has a very bad experience at his part-time job. He works in a small office helping with paperwork. His boss is a very busy man who always walks fast and talks fast. On this day, the boss walks up to Tom's desk. The boss gives Tom a blue folder and speaks for about 10 seconds. Tom tries very hard to listen. He tries to translate every single word from English into his native language in his head. But the boss speaks too quickly. By the time Tom translates the first word, the boss is already on the fifth word. Tom misses the entire message. The boss finishes talking, pats Tom on the shoulder, and walks away. Tom looks at the blue folder in his hands. He has no idea what to do with it. He feels a cold sweat on his face. He is terrified of making a big mistake at his job. Tom sits at his desk and feels like crying. He is so tired of not understanding. He decides to ask his coworker for help. His coworker's name is Sarah. Sarah is very kind. Tom walks over to Sarah and shows her the blue folder. He asks her what the boss said. Sarah explains it to him, but even Sarah speaks a little bit too fast for Tom. She uses words he does not know. Tom nods his head again. He pretends that he understands her, but he really does not. He goes back to his desk and feels like a complete failure. He thinks to himself, maybe I'm just not smart enough to learn English. Maybe my brain is too old. Maybe I should just give up and go back to my home country. The feeling of not understanding is heavy in his heart. It is the worst feeling in the world for an English learner. That evening, Tom goes back to his small apartment. He does not open his grammar book. He is too sad to study. He realizes that reading books is not helping him understand spoken English. He needs a completely new plan. He looks out his window at the busy city streets. He sees people talking, laughing, and sharing stories. He wants to be part of that world. He decides that he must stop trying to be perfect. He must stop trying to translate everything in his head. Translating takes too much time. The human brain cannot translate fast enough during a real conversation. Tom makes a promise to himself. He promises that tomorrow he will try to listen differently. He will not focus on every single word. He will try to focus on the feelings and the overall message. He goes to sleep feeling a little bit of hope in his heart. The next day is Saturday. It is a beautiful sunny weekend day. Tom decides to go for a walk in the large city park. The park is full of green trees, colorful flowers, and happy people. Tom finds a quiet wooden bench near a small lake. He sits down and watches the ducks swim in the water. He takes a deep breath of fresh air. He feels relaxed. Suddenly, an old man walks up to the bench. The old man has white hair, a warm smile, and a walking stick. He points to the empty space on the bench next to Tom. He asks Tom a question. Tom does not understand the exact words, but he understands the old man's body language. The old man is asking if he can sit down. Tom smiles and nods. He says, "Yes, please sit." The old man sits down slowly and sighs happily. Tom's heart beats a little faster. The old man looks at the ducks on the lake and starts talking. At first, Tom feels that familiar panic in his chest. "Oh no," he thinks. "Someone is talking to me in English, and I am going to look stupid again." But then Tom remembers the promise he made to himself the night before. He tells his brain to relax. He stops trying to translate the old man's words into his native language. Instead, Tom just listens. He watches the old man's face. He watches the old man's hands moving. The old man is pointing at a specific brown duck in the water. The old man is laughing a little bit. Tom realizes that he does not need to know every single word to understand the situation. The old man is sharing a funny observation about the brown duck. Tom relaxes his shoulders and simply enjoys the sound of the old man's voice. As the old man continues to speak, Tom notices something amazing. The old man is speaking slowly, but he's still using natural English. Tom hears the word dog and the word jump. He sees the old man make a jumping motion with his hand. Tom puts the pieces together in his mind. The old man is telling a story about a dog that jumped into the water. Tom does not know the exact adjectives or the complex verb tenses the old man is using. He does not know if the old man used the present perfect or the past continuous. And you know what? It doesn't matter at all. Tom understands the picture in the old man's head. Tom sees the dog jumping into the water in his own imagination. For the very first time since moving to the city, Tom is actually following a real English conversation without feeling totally lost. The old man finishes his story and laughs out loud. Because Tom understood the picture in his head, Tom understands why the story is funny. The dog got completely wet and shook water all over the old man. Tom starts to laugh too. It is a real, genuine laugh. He is not faking it. He is not just smiling nervously to be polite. He is laughing because he actually understood a joke in English. This is a massive victory for Tom. It feels like a bright light just turned on inside a dark room. The old man smiles at Tom, happy to share a funny moment with a stranger. Tom feels a deep sense of connection. He realizes that communication is not just about perfect grammar. Communication is about sharing feelings, sharing pictures in your mind, and connecting with another human being. This moment changes everything for him. The old man looks at Tom and notices that Tom is a foreigner. The old man speaks again, very gently. He says, "Your English is good, son. Just listen to the music." Tom is surprised. Listen to the music? What does that mean? The old man explains using simple words and hand gestures. He tells Tom that language is like a song. You do not need to know every single note to enjoy the song. You just need to feel the rhythm and the melody. When people speak, their voices go up and down. They put stress on the important words. If you listen for the important words, the heavy words, you will understand the message. Do not worry about the small, quiet words. Just catch the heavy words and ride the wave of the sentence. Tom's eyes open wide. This advice is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Tom thanks the old man for the wonderful conversation and the great advice. He stands up from the bench, feeling like a completely new person. He feels lighter. He feels confident. He cannot wait to test this new method. The next morning, Tom wakes up excited. He doesn't feel scared about his day. He walks to the same small coffee shop. He steps inside and smells the fresh coffee. The friendly barista is there, as always. She smiles at him and starts talking fast, just like a fast train. But this time, Tom does not panic. He takes a deep breath. He doesn't try to translate. He listens to the music of her voice. He listens for the heavy words. He hears the word weekend and the word good. Her voice goes up at the end of the sentence. She is asking him a question about his weekend. Tom finally understands the barista. She is asking, "Did you have a good weekend?" Tom feels a huge rush of happiness. He does not just nod and say, "Yes, please." He actually answers her. He says, "Yes, I had a great weekend. I went to the park." The barista smiles a very big smile. She is happy to finally have a real chat with him. She says, "That is wonderful. Here is your regular coffee." Tom takes his coffee and pays. He walks out of the coffee shop feeling like a champion. He did it. He had a real, natural interaction in English. He did not use perfect grammar. He probably made a small mistake, but it did not matter. He understood her, and she understood him. That is the true goal of learning any language. Tom's fear of spoken English is finally gone forever. When Tom goes to work that day, he uses his new listening skill again. His busy boss walks by and gives him a quick instruction. Tom listens for the heavy words. He hears the word print and the word meeting. He understands immediately. The boss wants him to print the documents for the meeting. Tom does it quickly and perfectly. His boss says, "Good job, Tom." Tom feels so proud. He realizes that for months, he was his own biggest enemy. His habit of translating every word in his head was blocking him from understanding. By letting go of perfection, by relaxing, and by listening to the rhythm of the language, he unlocked his ability to hear. He still has a lot to learn. He still studies his vocabulary, but he knows now that he can survive and thrive in this big city. Tom's story is a very important lesson for every English learner listening today. If you feel frustrated because you cannot understand native speakers, remember Tom. Remember the old man on the bench. Stop trying to catch every single word like a butterfly in a net. You will only get tired and frustrated. Instead, let the words wash over you like water. Listen for the emotion. Look at the body language. Listen for the heavy, stressed words. Do not translate in your head. Trust your brain to understand the context. It takes time and practice, but it works. You will soon find that you understand much more than you think you do. You just need to relax and listen to the music of English. This is the secret that changed Tom's life, and it will absolutely change your English journey too. We have reached the end of today's amazing episode. Let us summarize what we learned from the story of Tom. Tom struggled to understand fast English because he tried to translate every single word in his head. He was stressed and focused too much on perfect grammar. But everything changed when he met the old man in the park. He learned to relax, stop translating, and listen to the music and rhythm of the language. By focusing on the heavy, important words and the overall context, Tom finally understood the native speakers around him. I hope this story inspires you to change the way you listen to English. Next time, we will explore another powerful story about a student who was too afraid to speak and the surprising trick that gave her instant confidence. You definitely do not want to miss it. Please subscribe to the English Flow podcast on YouTube and follow us on all our social media platforms to keep improving your English every single day. Thank you for listening, and keep flowing with your English.